Hello, Rosebuds, and welcome to the Rose Garden. I know it's like really early in the morning. It was like three something when I got up. It actually might have been two. Who knows? But it was early as hell. I've been channeling for like the last hour, literally. I've even wrote down my 13 wishes for 2026 already. Like, I'm like, let me write them down. They may change by the end of the year, but I've even wrote down my 13 wishes. Like, I'm feeling hopeful, feeling optimistic. I'm kind of coming out of my little slump. It was as if I had descended into the lower depths of my soul and retrieved some hidden subconscious and beliefs that were fueling my life, and I kind of like brought them up and destroyed them. That's what I feel like. I feel like I just literally went through like a deep soul purge. So much so I had to like literally take off of work because I've just been grieving the loss of my friend, and not even just that, but going through like emotional dumping. But I feel a lot better since I've done a lot of that release. So, also, my bad. I just started talking. This is your first time seeing my face. My name is Kimberly Ann. Welcome to the Rose Garden. I want to gently ask you to subscribe to the channel. Come on over to the community. Check the description box below. Plenty of my offerings, as well as anything you need to know. Okay, anything you know about this video, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? If you want to connect with me one-on-one, hit me up. All the info is down there below. Okay, that's the end of my spiel. Making it quick today. But today's message is going to circle around this Taurus full moon that we have happening today. I don't know when it will be at its totality. I did not look that up at all. I just know what the Taurus themes is, and the one that I want you to focus on for this Taurus full moon, which I'm looking at my notes. So y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. For the rosebuds, I want you guys to focus on releasing. Today, November 5th, 2025, I want you to focus on releasing. I want you to release the idea of having to be perfect, the idea of having to prove your worth, the idea of you're not worthy. I want you to focus on releasing. I am going to try to quickly touch on the houses, the different houses. If, like, for example, if Taurus is ruling those houses, that is the thing you need to focus on: releasing, beautifying, and finding more joy, pleasure, fun, and play. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of pleasure, love, beauty. You know, she wants everything to be just cute. Okay, she wants it to keep it cute, keep it, you know what I'm saying, keep it demure. Okay, and her opposing is Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is that, oh, got to be in control. You got to be this. If not, it's gonna go up in shit. You know, and Venus is like, no, we about to soften this blow. We're not about to keep being so, why so serious? We're not about to keep doing that, because when you be so serious, eventually you burn the fuck out. Literally. And I have seen that in my life where I've taken like a public image of mine, or a job of mine, or a business of mine, and it went from being fun and pleasurable to this serious, competitive, and I get burnt out and I'm like, I'm done, and I just quit. It happened with my event. Like when I first started Curvy Road was so fun. It was so fun. But then what started getting to me was other beliefs, other people's opinions, and trying to, and not trying, but ending up competing with people, and folks wanting to attack. And it just went from being this fun, pleasurable thing to this chaotic, massive, huge success. Don't get me wrong. Like Pluto came through for me and did its thing. But it was no longer fun, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I let it go. which sucks because I really love skating. I do. Even my youngest daughter is like, Mommy, I want to go skating again. And I'm like, we will. We will. It may be in another state, but we will. Believe that. We definitely will. Because I miss it too. Like, I've had dreams of roller skating where I'm literally like skating through the crowd and I'm like, oh my God, I think it's time to go back. It might be time to go back. So I might pick a day. Actually, what's today? Wednesday? Yes, today is Wednesday. I might go tonight. I might go tonight. Yeah, to the more gentle, peaceful, calm session, and just kind of see how I feel. Yeah, I might go tonight, but I got a birthday party to go to. Unfortunately, I don't really feel like I want to go. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get out of that rut of um not being out there and not going out because, like I said in my last video, spirit is really drawing me out. Like, they want me to come out of this hermit mode that I've been in for like the last 2 years, damn near, where I've like just don't want to be around people, because I don't. But that's neither here nor there. So this full moon is the buck moon. It's the most powerful full moon. It is the last super moon of the year until 2026, and it can reflect on your sense of security, your self-worth, stability, and release. But like I told you, Rosebuds, I want you to focus on releasing, okay? I want you to think about these questions. What blocks your play? Let's see. What blocks your childlike wonder? Is it old beliefs? Is it past wounds? What area of your life are you getting burnt out? Where did you forget to have fun? So I gave you guys my examples how my love for skating ended up turning into more of a business. It went more competitive. I got burnt out and I just quit. But my soul misses it. So the real question is, how can you find fun and pleasure in the area of your life that you're getting burnt out in? Okay. So let me get to the collective message because I am going to pull cards with this one. I'm going to try to keep it quick, but y'all know how I go. And the message for the collective, because I actually channeled this a few days ago and I was like, I'm going to wait to come out with this one. Getting back to being confident in what it is that you love or in play. But upgrade how you select who to share that with. That is when boundaries, non-negotiables, and things like that come in. So then you don't get burnt out. So you basically will upgrade what and who it is you entertain so that you can protect your peace better. So then you don't get rid of what it is that brought you joy. You just get rid of the people who fucked you over or tried to. Okay? Some of the things that came up was stop trying to find something better than the last. Something or someone better than the last. You are comparing and you also will attract the same devil. Instead, become a better version of you. Yeah, become a better version of you. Become a better version of the love you seek. Let the universe bring you the who's and the what's and the why's. When they come to you, your job is just to correctly vet. Will it bring me joy? Will it bring me pleasure? And what the universe will do is it will bring you two options. It's going to either bring you the one or it's going to bring you the test. It's your job to determine if you're going to pass the test, if you're going to accept the one. That's your job, okay? And that one doesn't have to, this is not necessarily about love. This could be about a job. This could be about extracurricular activity. It could be about anything. So like I said, I want you to release the old ideas of that perfectionism of it has to be a certain way because it's burning you out trying to be perfect. So return to your childlike wonder. How do children love, play, and feel? Why so serious? And I always think about the Joker. The next one is, when did finding love or play or career become such a battle? And I also jotted down lovers, friends, family. Children are brutally honest while also being fun and free. The next question I have is, when was your what's this? When was your innocence in love taken away? My oldest child's father, because I was telling him how my dream for my daughters is for them to have childhood friends, because I don't have any. I don't have childhood friends that I talk to every day, that I meet up with. I talk to no one from my childhood, which sucks. And I wish that I could. But it's like, I don't know if I could trust. It's been a battle. My childhood was a battle. So it's like, I don't know. The only friends that I would probably take up a relationship with is the ones I was in like the fourth to the eighth grade with. Those were like, them was my friends. Like, them was my family. So when it was time to graduate, oh my God, it was so emotional. We all cried. Like, none of us wanted to leave each other. None of us wanted to leave each other. We all cried. So he had asked me when I told him, he was like, so you don't talk to anyone from your childhood? And I was like, no, nobody. And he was like, when did your childhood get taken away? And I was like, a long time ago, it was snatched from me. And he was like, damn. Like, it's so funny. I'm wondering, like, if it makes him feel even worse for how he's treated me. Because it's like, yeah, bro, you dogged out somebody who already was suffering. But it's neither here nor there. So then, the next question I asked was, when did you realize kids can be cruel? Then I asked, how did that alter your ability to have close relationships? And in what ways now can you begin to return to that innocence when it comes to love, play, and joy? So that was the channeling, and I hope those questions brought you guys some awareness to where you can kind of sit and think like, where did I kind of drop the ball on myself? So I'm going to actually pull from the Moon Oracle deck, since we are on a full moon, and just get the overall theme, or what Spirit is trying to tell us for our card pull today. And let's see. And then after I pull this card, we'll do the clarifiers. I'm going to do one more shuffle. How are you guys feeling though today? Like, how are you feeling? How have you been purging? I can tell you right now, out of the last week, this is probably the one day I feel the best. Yeah. Ooh. So I've been shuffling upside down this whole time. Craziness. Yeah. Bottom of the deck for the Moon Oracle card is lighten up. It's already coming out. Lighten up. Woo. Oh, what did I say? Didn't I say I wanted you guys to release? Look at this. And I talked about Scorpio. Release the blocks, okay? First quarter moon in Scorpio. Oh my gosh. And then what came out with it was Trust the Universe. First quarter moon in Aquarius. Let me show y'all the card. Isn't it pretty? I love this card. I think it tickles my Aquarius rising. I'm trying to see. Where is... Yeah. Oh. So I'm looking at what Venus And I know it's rulerships, it's exalted in Pisces. Uh, but I'm looking, yeah, it's in detriment in Scorpio and Aries. And right now, Venus is actually opposing. Is it in Taurus? I have to look and see where Venus is right now. Yeah, I look and see where Venus is right now. I almost, is it in Taurus right now? I can't remember. I can't remember. You guys, Lighten Up is still at the bottom of the deck after I shuffled. So, I'm going to count Lighten Up. But what came out is Release Your Blocks and Trust the Universe. I think that is so beautiful. I truly think that is so beautiful. It literally is going along with the theme. See how the channeling is matching? This is, man, I love it here. I love it here. I'm so glad I took off of work. I've been in the process of releasing pressure. So I don't know if I told you guys in one of my last videos, my ex-husband wanted me to meet his 2-day-old girlfriend without even telling me. He gave her my number. The girl texts me, talking about something. I want to meet. I'm Antonio's girl. And I'm just like, and I started to go for the meeting, but I'm like, Kim, you don't have anything to prove to this woman. You don't have anything to prove to this woman. You're not dating her. That's your ex-husband's bed. Okay? You don't have to prove anything to this woman. And what I decided yesterday, considering acceptance at the bottom of the deck, considering everything that's gone over the last week, all the purging that I've done, we're not going to go into this retarded ass battle that really is not yours. I said I'm going to protect my peace and I'm going to pass. The old me, you know, would have showed up, stood there, and been real petty as fuck. Because, first of all, I know what you dating. Not to mention, my poor daughter was like, Mom, him and the girlfriend was like arguing over the phone. And they didn't have a good time. They didn't have a good time I guess they went to a farm. So, I took my daughter to Mapleside Farms 2 weekends ago. They decided to take her to a farm, and my daughter was like, this shit was boring. I'm sorry. My daughter is brutally honest. She's fucking Aquarius. And she's a Virgo rising. She's brutally fucking honest. And I fucking love that for her. And I want her to stay that way. Because then nobody can ever say they didn't fucking know how she felt. She told you. You can't say you didn't know. She told you like it fucking was. So, it is what it is. But, yeah, I was like, you know what? No, I'm protecting my peace this round. You know, I went in fighting my first child's father. I would go in ready to fight. I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like dealing with what I don't have to deal with. Bitch, you don't pay my bills. You don't take care of my daughter. I don't need to entertain, because I know, and it's so funny, my intuition already was like buzzing, and it was like, you already know what this is about. This ain't got nothing to do with no real meet or greet. Because, and it's so funny, I'm so glad I called my ex-sister-in-law, because my ex-sister-in-law was like, I wonder what he told her, because when she came into the baby shower with him, Antonio, fuck him, walked up, she said he walked up to me, like me and him had been cool, and she was like, she walked up to me like, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I didn't know Antonio had a sister, and he walked up to me like we was cool, like, hey, and she was like, nigga, I don't fuck with you. That's what she was saying. I was like, yeah, I'm wondering what he told her about me too, because it's weird, like how she just came in doing too much. And even his sister was like, she came into the baby shower blowing up balloons, doing this, doing that, and then after a while, I guess she didn't get the thank you she wanted, so she went and sat down and didn't say nothing for the rest of the event until it was time to leave, is what my sister-in-law said. And I was like, yeah, I'm wondering, he didn't lay this poor child on, and she don't realize you're dealing with a covert narcissist, baby. You are. But that's either here nor there. So I decided I'm going to release the idea that I have to prove that I'm not the bad guy. I'm releasing that. I don't have to be perfect for anything. And I'm going to trust that the universe is going to guide it. It's so funny. The universe wouldn't, the universe wouldn't cancel this for me. But my soul kept screaming, cancel it. That's because the universe wanted me to choose. Are you going to choose between proving yourself, or are you going to choose your peace? I chose my peace. I chose my peace. So the first card out is friendship. Friendship. And and perseverance. There's a lot of purple. What is purple? I think that's our third eye. Dang, I don't got my chakra cards up. Nope, I don't. I gotta find them. Yeah. Yep. Friendship and perseverance. So for friendship, it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Bottom of the deck, adversity. I accept the challenges are the best ways to learn. Let's get into these cards. Let's get into the tarot. So yeah, release your blocks this Taurus Full Moon. What is blocking you from friendship? Can you persevere? Can you trust the universe to, despite the adversities of your life that have hardened you and dragged you down, can you lighten up? Can you now accept new relationships? You know, can you have fun now? Can you be the life of your own party? Okay? Can you let go of the seriousness of life? Life has a funny way, or should I say, not even life, but society has a funny way of taking the pleasures of fun and childhood out of you. Yeah. 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You know, life has a funny way of bringing you, which is Aquarius represents this 5 of Swords, has a funny way of bringing you so much chaos and challenges that you forget who you are at the core. And all of us has an inner child. That inner child can be forgotten, and you end up forgetting how to enjoy and play through life. And I truly, honestly feel that this powerful supermoon we have is here to ensure that we find our play. Like, even like for me with my family. And I remember telling my coworkers, like, I totally did not, I don't want to deal with my family outside of, you know, my immediate family, because when I was younger, there was so much beef and stuff going on amongst my family and stuff, 2332, that it stole my childhood, basically. And all I know is just to stay away. I can't be around you guys because the memories that were ripped from me, not dealing with not being able to see my cousins and being outcast, that is what sticks to me. And I would prefer to protect my peace. Because, you know, I fought hard to be able to get to a place where I am now comfortable to express my inner child. So that's the season that I'm in right now, is learning how to express my joy and pleasure and fun without thinking like, is this wrong, or will I get outcast for this, or maybe I shouldn't be having so much fun because they're not having fun. You know, I'm getting out of that season, and I'm so grateful to be getting out of that season, because it weighs you down. It's very heavy. My heart chakra is like pounding right now. So let's see, Spirit, let's clarify friendship for the collection. Jesus. Actually, no. Let's do release your blocks. What should the collective focus on releasing at this time during this Taurus full moon. And you know, the signs that'll be greatly affected with this full moon is all the fixed signs: Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and of course Taurus. Yeah. In those parts of your life, in those houses, it may have been very, very rigid. So like, I'm gonna use my chart for example. I'm an Aquarius rising. So Aquarius was my first house. So my self-image, I had a very fixed idea that I need to, because I'm a Pisces, I need to mutilate who I am to be accepted. And that was a very fixed concept in my mind for a very long time, where I felt like I had to adjust myself to be accepted. I was very fixated on that because it ruled my chart for a very long time. But my Pisces is in my second house, and my sun is in my second house, where I don't have to do that. It's okay for me to be a multi-dimensional female. It's okay for me to have to be one way at home and another way outside. And if I choose to show that version of me that is at home outside, that's my choice. I don't have to stop and look to see, okay, do they approve of this version of me, or do I can choose whatever version I feel like being at that time. Period. So that's way. So look, we got the Seven of Swords. This is too many. Temperance, Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups is what all just tried to come out for releasing their blocks. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Let's see. Oops. So, still waiting on that card, Spirit. What do you want the collective to release at this time? It wants you to release the unbalance. The Temperance card is what just came out. And the Temperance card represents the fire sign, Sagittarius, which is a very, are they fixed? Cardinal. Yeah, I believe they're cardinal. Is it cardinal? Oh, give me the line. But yeah, it wants you to find your balance. Okay, with the Temperance card being here, it wants you to find your balance. It wants you to release what is making you off balance and just find that perfect, that middle ground, the void, and create from there. It doesn't want you to create from your past. It doesn't want you to create from the future because it hasn't happened yet. Because that'll make you anxious. Okay. It wants you to find that middle ground, and it wants you to find you and be centered in who you are, what it is you desire, and stay there. It doesn't want you to keep teeter-tottering. I am so guilty of the teeter-totter. I promise you. Don't feel bad, rosebuds. I have been guilty of teeter-tottering. Okay, where you're like, maybe I should just be single forever. Maybe I should find love. Maybe I should be single forever. Maybe no, just know you are love. And that's it. The rest, the divine will work out for you. So what the... Whoa. Trust the universe. This card like flipped around in my hand. Like, it was like all over the place. But for trust the universe, they want you to trust your own judgment. They want you to trust your own judgment and your own independence. They want you to have clear boundaries. And when you have clear boundaries, then the universe can come in and execute what it is that you needed to execute. But it wants you to have, like I said, it wants you to be clear on who you are. Have strict boundaries. Give yourself boundaries. Say, hey, Rosebud, We not finna keep teeter-tottering back and forth between whether we want love or we don't. We want love. Stop fucking fooling yourself. You want fucking love. You just have to know that you're worthy, know that it's coming, and stay there. And just keep working on yourself. Keep trying to become the version you need to be that is in love already with someone else. But you are love. You're the wave looking for waves. That's what you are. So you ain't got to really look for it. It's already here. You just have to trust that the universe is going to bring you someone that can cherish it. And that's it. And that's all you got to do. It wants you to be clear-minded. It wants you to trust your intuition. You are the universe and the universe is you. So if you can trust God, why not trust you too? You are a reflection of God. So trust it. All right, for friendship. We rolling through. I'm going to make this quick. I promise you guys to make this quick. For friendship. Ooh, it pulled out the devil card. It wants you to release the toxicity. It wants you to release the toxicity and to understand that people come in your life for a season and some are here for a lifetime. And you need to release the chains of having to think that someone has to be around forever and someone has to do what you need them to do to make you feel good. That's not friendship. That's slavery. And it wants you to drop those chains. It wants you to drop those chains. When you feel like you need to be attached or you need to hold on to someone, be very Capricornic. It wants you to, it's telling you that you're not being a friend. You're being codependent and you're being your shadow self. You're being the scared little boy, not the courageous, fun, outgoing, loving little boy or little girl that you need to be. And it wants you to drop the chains. You become very destructive when you do that. You create the adversity. You no longer are light-bodied. You become very dense. When you become very possessive, I need this person to stay just so I can feel love and accepted, or I need this person to do this. I need to meet that person so then I can feel more secure in my relationship. No, you don't. No, you don't. I need to go do this so I can prove to this person that I'm worthy of being here. You don't need to do none of that. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. Let it go, baby. Ooh. Okay, what do you want the collective to persevere? So now we're clarifying perseverance. Oh, I love it. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. I know I can do what I set my mind to. And collective, did I not talk about if it's love that you want, it's love you should get. You focus on it. You persevere through the external factors that may be screaming at you. It ain't coming. You ain't getting it. No. Stand on it. This is your dream. Stand on it. Stop betraying yourself. More Aquarius energy. Stop betraying yourself. Oh, and up under that is the Lover's card. And the Three of Pentacles. Stop betraying yourself. You know for a fact that fulfillment, you want your 10, you want your completion is what it is you want. You just need to focus on balancing who you are as a person. Release the blocks. The blocks is you looking for validation outside of you. Be sensible. Find your purpose. Find your meaning. What does it mean for you to have love? Or to have partnership? not have love. You are love. What does it mean for you to have partnership? So for me, for example, I'm doing this in real time with y'all because I actually haven't even asked myself this question yet. So for me to have partnership means to have someone that I can have fun with. Not that I can't have fun by myself, but for me it would be having fun with someone to exchange fun and play with. You know what I love about little kids, because my Millie mama is a very big example of this. She loves connecting with people. Oh my God. She loves connecting with people. She will try to find a friend in every room she go into. And she will try to connect. And I love that about my baby. I do. I love that about her. I love her bravery and perseverance of she's not scared to connect. For me, what I've endured, and I see why God gave me my baby, and I want my single rosebuds, my single mamas, to understand your children is the version of you that you gave up. I'm gonna say that again because I'm noticing that in my kids, they are the version of you that you gave up. They are the version of you gave up. My Millie mama is the version of me that was fearless, that enjoyed walking in the rooms and connecting with people and making friends. She's my Gemini. She is a version of me that at one point in time in my life I used to be just like her. I used to walk into a room and I would just talk to anybody. As I got older, went through different challenges, went through different fights, I forgot that. I became more scared. I became more rigid. I wasn't able to be light and lighten up in a room. You know, it would give me anxiety to try to talk to people because I wasn't sure if I would have to fight that person or if I could actually befriend that person. You know, I became lighten up. And I love how my daughter, she would make friends in the room. And when she leave that room, she wouldn't know of that friend anymore. It'd be like it would come and go. It would be very come and go. You know, she wasn't sure if she would see that friend again or not. You know, my daughter would be the one to try to hug everybody before she leave. Whoever hugs her, she'll be happy she got that hug. She wouldn't cry over the ones who didn't hug her. You know. And it's so funny. There's one time she tried to, and I even said to her, "Don't cry over the ones who don't want to hug you. They didn't deserve your hug." You know. And I'm like, I have to start telling myself that. And my Alyssa, I got like orbs flying around me. My Alyssa, my Aquarius, she is brutally honest. She speaks her mind. And it's so crazy. She was born with a speech impediment, but she speaks her mind. I used to be that way. I used to say what was on my mind. My dad actually broke me out of that. My dad was like, "You always saying whatever, you need to shut up." You know what I'm saying? And I started not saying anything. Then it turned into I would speak my mind in school and I started getting into fights. So I started quieting my voice down. Like, this is really the most I've talked in my life since those earlier years. And my Alyssa reminds me of the voice that I lost. She reminds me to speak your mind, Mom. Say it like it is, you know. And she would through that her speech impediment, all that, she gonna say what she need to say. You know, she gives it to her dad raw. "Daddy, you need to sit and heal." She give it to her dad raw. You understand? And I would even ask, like, "Listen, what about?" She'd be so gentle with me. "No, Mom, you're good. You're fine, Mom. You're good." Now, if I'm wearing something crazy, oh, she gonna tell me, "Mommy, that ain't it." She'll tell me. And then my Lena Bear. My Lena Bear, my oldest child, I feel like she is the beauty. Like, she represents my beauty that I gave up when I felt like I wasn't worthy. And it's so funny. I think around the time I met her dad, I was like chopping my hair and I was altering a lot. But my Lena Bear is just this beautiful, gentle, soft, emotional little child, and I feel like I gave that part of me up to become more rigid, more fixed, more protective of myself. I gave up my gentleness, and my Lena bear is very gentle. And it's funny, I ended up giving up my gentleness through fighting her father, because I was like, I have to protect myself, instead of just opting not to deal with it, and just don't fuss with him. Just I honestly, I don't even know how I could have avoided the whole battle. I don't even know how I could have avoided it at all. So, but my kids literally are reminding me of the pieces of me that I gave away in each of those relationships. Trying to mutilate myself to form in. And I love how they remind me to get it back. My kids are give it back to me, and I love that. I love that. Any last messages for the collective spirit before I wrap this up? Oh, the High Priestess and the Hermit. The High Priestess and the Hermit. I feel like this is the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into balance. That's what I feel like these two cards represent. And I feel like a lot of you, what Spirit is saying is, while you're in your solitude, while you're in your singlehood, to make sure that you focus on what your morals are and trust, which just say trust the universe. Start to learn how to trust yourself again. I told you guys in earlier videos, I give my children intuition tests because I want them to fully trust their intuition. And what I'm getting from this, especially with the Queen of Swords being here, the divine wants for you, while you're in this solitude, to start retraining your body, your mind, your soul into trusting yourself. And not just in trusting yourself, don't be so serious, but also they want you to start to learn how to have fun. If you notice, a lot of kids learn how to have fun by themselves. They know how to have, if nobody's playing with them, they will go find some dolls and have fun. And then if they meet a friend, some of the things that they do by themselves, they turn around and do with the friend. And that's what Spirit wants us to get back to. It wants us to get back to visualizing, imagining, and pretending your life. We've gotten out of our imagination, where we imagine our own nation in ourselves. And Spirit wants us to get back to that. Spirit really wants us to start reimagining how our life can be. And He wants us to do that while we are in this soul searching phase that a lot of us are in right now. There's a lot of chosen ones that are in solitude right now. I am one of them. But like I said, Spirit is trying to draw me out. And I know, like, for myself, it wants me to begin to trust my intuition well enough that even when I'm out, I can discern properly. And know I am safe enough within myself that if I know something's not right, just move. It's okay. If you feel something, you'll know the difference. And I want Rosebuds to understand, you will know if something is meant for you. It will feel light. You won't feel tension in your chest, in your back, in your head. You won't feel that. It'll just feel light and like it was meant to be in your skin kind of thing. Versus if it's not meant for you, you're going to have all this anxious back and forth in your head going on. Where you're just like, oh, should I? If you're questioning it, don't do it. That that's the best thing I can say. If you're questioning it, you ain't supposed to be doing it. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. If you're questioning it, babes, trust that that is the universe telling you there's too much back and forth. Don't do it. Okay? So that's the end of my spiel, Rosebuds. Thank you so much for tapping in today. Like I said, this Taurus full moon, I want you to focus on the blocks. Release what is blocking your childlike wonder. Release what is blocking your innocence. Release what is blocking you from that childlike love, play, and joy. It's there. Find it. Release it. Love you, Rosebuds. Till next time.